Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman. Now I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. And in my last video, we just talked about Charlie's Angels, which is the movie that you, the people, voted for me to go see on Thursday night. If you want to know what I was thinking about Charlie's Angels, you can see it right there. But there were two other movies that were in the running, and the one that got the least amount of votes happened to be the one I went to on Friday night. And I tell you what, it was like Friday night, it wasn't even much of a discussion. Like, yeah, I very badly want to see Ford v Ferrari. I will get there before the weekend is over. I'm sure about it. But last night I was just in a mood for a good mystery, suspense kind of thriller where you don't know what's going on. I want something with twists and turns. And this third movie that you could have voted for Thursday night was the movie to do it. And oh, does it do it, man. This movie was fan-freaking-tastic, and I cannot wait to talk about it. So why don't you pull up a chair, man, take a seat. We're getting ready to dive in, spoiler-free, into The Good Liar. That's right, man. Helen Mirren, Ian McKellen, two of the world's finest actors. And two people who you could just trust going into this movie were going to deliver. And what's great is the movie delivers as well as them. I mean, it was no shock, I don't think, to anybody that Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen were going to crush it. But what Bill Condon delivers with this movie, The Good Liar, is a very, very clever mystery. And con movie, if you will. And what's interesting about the film, the thing I was most worried about, right? I was like, I'm going to see this regardless because I want to see these two actors act their asses off. But what I didn't necessarily think Condon would be able to pull off is really blowing my hair back, man, making my head explode at the end of the movie. Because maybe I'll list this as a mild spoiler, but when I saw the trailers for The Good Liar, it establishes right away that Ian McKellen is running some kind of a con on Helen Mirren. You don't call a movie The Good Liar and tell everybody who the liar is before the movie even comes out, like in the first trailer. And even the way the movie opens, you understand very, very quickly that obviously both of them have secrets and both of them are hiding something. And the thing going into the movie that I was worried about was, okay, that's your twist. Your twist is going to be Helen Mirren is also lying about something. How do you deliver that and make a person's head explode when they see it coming before they even step into the movie theater? Well, let me tell you, Bill Condon figured it out. I'm not going to tell you how he did it, but wow, dude, like the ending of the movie is what makes this film so amazing because you're sitting there and you're waiting. The whole movie, you were waiting for the rug to be pulled out from under Ian McKellen. And when you get to that moment, I've yet to have such a satisfying ending or surprising ending when I knew what was coming. Like it's crazy, and so much credit goes to Bill Condon and writer Jeffrey Hatcher because it's hard to keep something in your back pocket or really surprise an audience when most likely they know what's coming at the end of the film. And I promise you, you don't know what's coming. And it's wonderful. And all the twists and turns in the film are great, man. This movie really keeps you on your toes. And it plays everything close to the vest. Like, even when Ian McKellen is doing stuff, you're questioning, like, is he gonna really con her? Is he falling in love with her? What, like, there are moments where you're not sure what's going on, and Condon and Hatcher keep you on your toes and guessing the whole film. And like I said, even though we understand very quickly that Ian McKellen is going to be the quote-unquote antagonist in this movie, it keeps you guessing the whole time, and that's something to be commended, on top of something that's just paced really well and just moves. Like, this movie never slows down. It just keeps going, and it weaves a really, really good story inside of this really, really awesome mystery kind of con movie. It's wonderful, and what's great is Condon and Hatcher's story gives Mirren and McKellen so much scenery to chew on. Oh my gosh, dude. These two are just phenomenal. I mean, as to be expected. It was the reason to go see this movie, is to see two of the greatest going head to head and just enjoying the heck out of it, man. Helen Mirren, oh, I love Helen Mirren. It's just one of the all-time greats, and she is so good at playing her role. Like I said, she's got something that we don't know about, and she doesn't put on or let on the entire movie, man. She plays her character so well that you're buying everything that's happening, to the point that, like, even though in the back of your mind you're like, I know something's gonna happen and there's gonna be a twist, and when it gets there, I don't know what, but I know it's coming and it's gonna be. She never lets on at all. So it's so satisfying when you get that moment, and to watch her relish in getting it. Oh, it was so good. And then Ian McKellen. Oh, is he a dastardly bad guy, man. Like, he is so enjoyable to watch playing this bad guy, man. Like, this con artist, this grifter, if you will. Like, he's so good. And this, like, he has this smile, and, like, unlike Helen Mirren, who I think you can never see what's coming with her. She plays it so well. You buy everything that she's delivering. McKellen, you know when he's acting, when he's putting on to play into the con that he's building. And the way he handles those moments versus the moments when he's scheming versus the moments when things go wrong and he's got to improvise. So good, man. Oh, that we've seen it in the trailer, that train station sequence. You just sit there and you're like, yeah, this is Ian McKellen. Hopefully we're not near the end of his or Helen Mirren's career, but, they've been around a long time. We're definitely on the back half of their career, and he's delivering some of the best stuff I've seen from Ian McKellen, man. And he's so enjoyable to watch because you can see him enjoying the role. And anytime you can get that out of an actor, you're gonna win. So, look, Mirren and McKellen are phenomenal, and the cast after that is kind of small, but there are some nice standouts. Russell Tovey, who plays Stephen, he's Helen Mirren's character's Betty's grandson. He's great. Never trusts McKellen the whole movie. Like, he's always the one that's like, you don't know him that well, and everything that he delivers, every time he just pops up, you're just like, I stayed to see the name because I was like, who is that guy, man? Russell Tovey, very, very good in the film. As is Jim Carter, who plays Vincent. He's Ian McKellen's Roy's kind of right hand man in setting up schemes. He's really, really good, and also, like, surprisingly kind of the moral barometer in the film, which kind of makes you like him a little bit more. But, it's hard to like the bad guy. But you do feel for Jim Carter because he understands things that are happening. And I just liked what he gives McKellen as an outlet to go to when things are either going wrong or when they're scheming. So he was really, really awesome. And, then there's a couple other folks who pop up in the movie, but for the most part, this thing's all about McKellen and Mirren, and they crush. And like I said, I think Bill Condon just does an excellent job from the directing standpoint of getting the best out of his actors the whole film, and, moving the movie in a way that just flows so nicely. You never are bored, and you're always second-guessing yourself, second-guessing what you're watching, wondering what's going to happen next, trying to get to those twists before they happen, and even when you think you've gotten there, Condon and co figure out a way to make you go, oh, shoot, I didn't see that coming. So if you're a fan of mysteries, if you're a fan of con movies, if you're just a fan of actors acting their asses off, The Good Liar is so for you, man. This was just a really nice kind of throwback mystery movie where it was like, I miss seeing these kind of films. And while I disagree with what Martin Scorsese has said about the Marvel universe and the Marvel films and superhero films in general, these event films, and how it kind of takes away from these smaller films, I don't necessarily agree with what he said about those movies, but the impact to the box office on smaller films like The Good Liar it is, it's part of the territory, but one of those things where it's like, I push even harder, like, go out and see this one, man. Give it a little bit of your money, because you want to be able to see these kind of movies continue to survive and be in the movie theater. It's really easy for someone to be like, oh, you put this on streaming. Sure. But the feeling of being in the movie, especially in something like a mystery or a con movie where you're second guessing and trying to figure out what's happening, it just works so much better in the theater, especially when there's an audience. And I got lucky. Last night there was actually a pretty decent audience, and it was very, very enjoyable to have other people going and hearing the gasps and the ahs. And I'm telling you, if you're a fan of those type of movies, if you're a fan of McKellen and Mirren, or just really good actors, please go out to the movies this weekend. Go see The Good Liar. It's really, really good. The Good Liar is a good movie, man. It's so good. It's a really good movie. But anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbering because I can't say anything else, man. You say anything about this movie, you could be spoiling something, and it's just so enjoyable. So there you go, man. Those are all the Seaman's non-spoiler thoughts. The question is, what are you thinking, man? Did you go out to see The Good Liar this weekend? Have you caught it? Did you enjoy it? What were you thinking when you were in the movie? Like, were you ahead? Did you see the twist? Did it still get you, or did you figure everything out? And if you haven't seen the movie, is it something that have enticed you to want to check out? Do you have an interest? Do you like Mirren, McKellen? What about The Good Liar intrigues you, and are you going to see it or not? Let me know everything you're thinking about The Good Liar down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the old Seaman anytime we're talking mysteries or movies with really good acting or bad acting or just in general, anything to do with movies, you know what to do. Over there, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell that follows so you get alerts every time I make a new video. And that way you're never second guessing what the Seaman's doing. You'll always know what's going on. No twists and turns for you. So do that for me, man. I'll keep cranking on the content over here. And until next time for the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down, I am the Seaman and I am signing off. Peace. Well, you guys are still here. You must be looking for some more content. Well, don't worry. Seaman's got you covered, man. You got videos like this guy and this guy. And if you haven't yet, and you want to come check out all the Seaman goodies, join the Cinema Sit Down squad, man. Hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell down below that, too, so you can get alerts every time I make new videos.